I'm gonna try to keep this brief. You know, it's a shame to see two prominent YouTubers get into this fiasco of events. Okay, now you got Cynthia G. I've been watching a couple. I've been watching videos off and on, and she was trying to sue the brother for defamation of character and for slander and stuff like that. But they two peas of the pod. They two peas in one pod. They both the same. They very similar. This is why I can't understand. Two wrongs don't make it right. I just see people acting like little children. You know, they too old for this. It's sad, family, to see two people engage in this activity when it comes to speaking somewhat for the rights of melanated people. They talk about white supremacy. They talk about race soldiers. They talk about history. They talk about self empowerment. But for whom? Us or them? It's becoming a clown show. And that's what's so sad about it. That's why I had to speak out on it. You know, for a brother to make like five documentaries, Hidden Colors, one, two, three, and four, plus that Haitian that documentary. For a brother to put in all this work, now he lowered himself to this, going back and forth with a female because he disagreed with her narrative and ideology, and she's doing the same far as a female going back and forth with him. It doesn't. And you see, at the end of the day, they ain't coming to no solution, and it's ignorant, family. I give these youngins on World Star Hip Hop a pass. I give these youngins on Periscope and youngins, mind you, I'm saying youngins. These people are past their 20s, past their 30s, down there pushing 50 mark, and they're engaging in this activity. Constantly talking about beta males, constantly talking about bed wenches, constantly talking about weave, constantly. But where's the solution at? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, man. These supposed to be pillars of the community. These supposed to be somewhat renowned personalities. I don't see it. White supremacy, laughing their asses off, making ourselves look like a fool. 2018, still engaging in this buffoonery. 2018 makes no sense. Makes no sense. It doesn't. Who's carrying the torch? I see everybody going back and forth. Majority of people on YouTube. While we got volcanoes erupting. While we got promethazine and codeine syrup addiction abroad. While we got all kinds of other problems we need to be focusing around, we want to focus around this. The crime that's going on in the communities constantly. In the DMV, where I reside at, District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia, people getting clapped out here. Some are not even knee deep yet. People are dropping like flies already, family. But the majority of content creators, they won't address that. They want Let's hear about what's going on in your communities and what you're gonna do within your communities. But no, y'all want to fight on a non-melanated panel. You know what I'm saying? But it seems to me it's a pattern going on here. Remember that dust up with Tariq and on the Vlad show. You know what I'm saying? That dust up with Tyreek and Tommy. Remember that? About the belts and the trophy. Remember that? I think that was a year ago, something like that, give or take. Now we got, Tommy and Tyreek. We had that. Now we got Cynthia G and Tyreek. Who's to say they ain't doing this and they secretly inbox each other, email each other? Who to say they ain't working together so they can stay relevant on YouTube? Start up some controversy so people can be entertained. See, the majority of black folks on here, melanated people, they like gossip. But when it comes to truth, it's like needles in a haystack. You'll get a couple of views, you'll get a couple, which is all good. But that goes to show you, a lot of people are living in a demonic way of life. I don't endorse gossip. I don't encourage gossip because gossip, loose lips sink ships. All it does is run into more problems. See what I'm saying? If you disagree with someone, you disagree. Move on. But to go back and forth now, people trying to get people up in the laws, trying to get up in the courts, trying to sue folks because they got their feelings hurt. But hey, you was hurting people's feelings too. You was saying derogatory stuff too, Miss G. So two wrongs don't make it right here again. And I bought and back in the see this is so sad. This is what's so sad about this, friend. A few years back, they was like two peas in a pod. They was all good, 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 good. So what happened? I noticed that. Just like Tyreek and Tommy used to get along. What happened? Just no I'm figuring out. No, you know what I figured out. This ain't nothing but selling slavery, selling white supremacy, selling the atrocities, doing documentaries, talking about the woes of slavery, talking about this, getting people all riled up, which is melanated folks, standing on, regurgitating, the news outlet news and then doing it in a video form and the upload on their channels and bringing us the news that already been, you know, put out there for current events. So they regurgitated from the major networks, BBC, CNN, across the world news, local news, blah 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 blah. Then they take it and put it in video form, like they got the news, but they got it from a main news source. And then they go back in history, regurgitate the books that was written by the black scholars that's gone now, and the old conscious community. We got a few of them still around, but most of them went on. Most of them they passed on to the next dimension. So they regurgitate the same stuff, put it in a video form, rile the people up, and sell you those ideologies and narratives. But when it comes to changing it, when it comes to getting to a solution and making a new, they nowhere to be found. It's all about money, family. They selling black history. They selling this Black Lives Matter. They selling it. They putting it in a video form and putting the finishes touches on it and conning you and selling it to you. It's not about jealousy. It's not about me getting mad at people putting money in their pocket. But first and foremost, if they're not doing anything to change the situations that's going on, they fraudulent. And all they doing is just talking loud, ain't saying nothing. So you're gonna have to figure out and use your own discernment and choice about these folks. It's good to talk about it, but don't you really want to solve it? It's good to talk about the problems. Don't you want to come to a completion? Don't you want to solve it? at the end of the day instead of keep talking about it. And these two individuals I just spoke about, this is sad. They need to move on to something else. Here again, here we go again. The Negro sector, one more again, then took a L on YouTube. With that, I'm out. Send me your feedback and comments. It is what it is. I'm out of here. I tell you, boy, it's sad. That's the way it goes. Gotta wake up one day. I hope we do.